Vanakkam. This is hyderali Syed from Asivagam, United under Tamil.
With the Quran is very vague, right? It's not clear, and like all the Muslims, like everything they do is basically from the Hadith, right? But I think a lot of Muslims get confused because in the Quran, like Allah does say pray, right? Just like you were telling me yesterday, 2 days ago, hyderali,
Yeah.
That Allah says 3 times in the Quran that you have to pray, right? So what type of praying is that then? Is it just like meditating, like you were telling me,
No, it's
opening chakras
actually no.
and
It's
just getting rid of shaitan's thoughts?
no. The thing is that there are verse in Quran which talks about sabr and salat. Sabr and salat. So there are two mode of worship, and wherever there is a mention about salah, it means establish salah and pay zakat. Okay, so here it has two meaning. Sabr means to be patient, that is through meditation, and salat has been done by every prophet, right from Adam to everyone. So meditation and exercise, healthy body and healthy mind is the concept. And regarding establish salat and pay zakat means establish the Asivagam Koil parliament system, and to run the government pay the taxes. This is what it talks about. And Surah Jummah is when it says that leave your trade and attend the call to pray Jummah behind the chosen administration. So when the administration calls you, everyone leave the trade and go to the Koil or a parliament, so that if any rules and regulation is passed, you may not lose. Means if there is a policy which has been passed by and the tribe is affected, so attend the Koil parliament system. That is a Jummah, day of Jummah. You're getting the point. So it's basically connected with Khalifa system or administration system, and every clan, as per the Asivagam Koil Parliament system, every clan has the equal opportunity to take part in active politics or take part in administration. It is only after the religious took over and the religious priests took over the administration, not the actual thing. You're getting the point.
So they make money off Muslims praying and stuff like that?
No, means the thing is first, what is the ancient tradition way of administration? Because Islam is not started by Prophet Muhammad, it was started by right from the Adam, first generation. So when we understand the history of Adam, Cain, Abel, Set, then and what is the mother colony, how it was been there. I'll show you one verse, chapter 49, verse 13. Can you open that verse?
Yeah, can you say the verse one more time, sorry?
Chapter 49, verse 13.
It says, O mankind, indeed we have created you for male and female and made you peoples and tribes that you may know one another. Indeed, the most noble of you in the sight of Allah is the most righteous of you. Indeed, Allah is knowing and acquainted.
Yes. So one male. So this ayat is talking about Adam and Eve and their children But the translation, the Arabic word is shoba. Shuba means department or caste or profession, department of different jobs. So each children of Adam were given different profession, and this is how the mother colony came into existence. Every child of Adam were involved in different profession, and there is also one profession called administration. And as per Quran chapter 2 verse 30, but the what you say, the translators, they are not putting their department, they are putting nation and race, so people are diverting from that thing, because this is talking about the mother colony. Adam and Eve and their children were divided into different profession. This is what it's talking about. First Pandyan Sangam over here, highly civilized one. So this is how these people are trying to divert people mind from the real thing. Now, if you open chapter 2 verse 30, it talks about the vicegerent, because among the children of Adam there is a one more profession which is vicegerent, administration. So who holds that position? As per the Bible, it is third son of Adam, Set, and as per the Tamil tradition, it is the first is Shiva, the first Pandyan.
So basically, like, I don't need to follow any of the hadiths. I can just follow the Quran, right? Is that basically what I'm getting?
You can say that because if I say directly, don't follow hadith, people will not digest it. For that, you have to understand Quran first, and then you can only conclude that whether to follow hadith or not to follow hadith is totally your individual decision. But before coming to a conclusion, you should understand what is there inside the Quran.
But there's nothing. But there's nothing inside the Quran. There's not. I read it in English 3 times. It's vague. There's nothing really in there.
Yeah.
It doesn't teach a lot of the Muslims.
Yeah.
Do.
But we can conclude that Jesus was doing some type of prayer. Moses was doing some type of some mode of prayer. So right from the ancient way, since Tamil people are the ancient, and as per their culture, we were doing meditation and we were doing yoga. And the purpose of this meditation and yoga is to activate our Kundalini, 7 Kundalini chakra, which I have shown in chapter 15, verse 87, which talks about 7 of repeated. You're getting the point. But there also the Islamic scholars, they have misinterpreted that whole verse, chapter 15, verse 87. You're getting the point.
So I don't have to do namaz to worship Allah. How about zikr?
Zikr, yeah, you can recite the verses. You can chant the name of God. That's nothing to do. But you have to. But the thing is that for remembering God, you don't need any mediator. That's the whole concept.
But when you do namaz, there is no mediator. Just you and God, right?
But the priestly cult is there, na? Yes. Yes.
I would like to share something on namaz.
Yeah.
But the way I see it, because in our culture we do not do namaz the way they do.
Sorry, are you Hindu?
I'm not a Hindu. I mean, I know that you will come. I was able to tell Haider that, you might land up in that assumption. First thing is, when Hyderali talks about Tamil civilization, please do not land up in any religious affiliation. Because the one what he is talking about is prior to 2,500 years in our culture, we do not glorify a person. We surely remember and respect our ancestors, but the worship of any human actually it never practiced prior to 2,500 years. Our land is also an infiltrated one. So this is all every story you hear about the whole continent of this Indian continent, which consists of at least about 250 countries, primarily that 46 countries, and whatever, it is not just one country or one type of people or one religion or anything like that, but that is the way that a lot of people want to say, but that is not how it is. So even those people wouldn't like to come and sit and discuss with us, right? And so in that term, see, because if anyone wants to understand that what was this oldest ethnic way of life and belief system prior to 2,500 years, they have to go through the literature,
Sorry, just cut you off. So what religion do you follow, or are you atheist?
We believe in, when someone believes in omnipotent, how do we become an atheist?
No, I don't know what you believe in, that's what I'm asking.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, no, it is being said, and not by you, because the event idols, it just can't be found, or we are not talking about a specific one god like the rest of the civilization did. Not even civilization, in our view it is nomadic civilization. So when we were speaking about life of a virtue and belief in omnipotent and ancestor guidance, and so whatever we said, whoever heard outside us, they wrote whatever they felt like. So in our here that we believe in omnipotent, absolute omnipotent, where God is everywhere, with you and me, inclusive. I hope you got my point of the belief system, right?
I was just gonna ask onto that, hyderali, isn't that doing shirk in Islam if you don't worship Allah? Because isn't that associating partners with God?
Yeah, how is it?
Definition of Allah is required, Tyler.
Yeah, definition.
Allah is not a Muslim God, please.
Yeah.
That's what everybody says.
Yeah.
Well, Allah just means in Arabic God, right? But we know know the worst sin to do in Islam is shirk, right? So you're associating partners with God. So don't you need to follow a certain religion? Because in the Bible, like, well, you say, well, Allah is this, Allah is that, or there's that one God, but then Christians believe Jesus is God, right? So then you're basically saying in Christianity God has a son, when in Islam God doesn't have a son. So we're just jumping back and forth. So what's going on?
See, the Taylor, the thing is that
That's valid point. Valid point. But like speaking of Christians, the one what they are saying that like Jesus is God Himself. The prayer state was like Jesus is Son of God, based on the terminologies like Jesus Christ said that my Father and I'm Son. Based on that, they started with that. In present day, Jesus becomes God. If anyone like who has the historical understanding of how one transformed from another, and they would understand what I'm actually saying. So that's the way the world works, Tyler. How Allah became a Muslim God. You know that Allah has become a Muslim God, right? You know what I'm talking about. Actually, I'm making fun of.
I don't.
Because that's the way people talk. That I'm literally laughing at them. They're talking about Muslim God and Christian God. Don't Allah means an omnipotent. Whether you
Allah
like it or not, that's omnipotent. Period.
Allah in Arabic just means God. But I would just
because
ask
I do not. Yeah, if I do not know Arabic and I know only English, I would say God. And if I do not know English, if I know only Tamil, I will say Iraivan. For an omnipotent, we have a term which is known as Siva, which people are adapting it. They are taking up the name for individuals also. As someone who is guided by the omnipotent is also called as Sivan. You got my point. So we are sitting today in a world with so many things being dumped upon our ancestors in the last 2,500 years, and we are sitting quietly and trying to decipher what is what. Now you got where is our problem is, Tyler. Your problem, my problem, Hyderali's problem, Brother Sim's problem. So since we are digging that, trying to find the origin, instead of the just follow whatever we feel like. So this is when that some peddlers take their opportunity and land up within these minds.
But shouldn't we all be Muslim because Islam is the last religion and then Prophet Muhammad peace be upon him was the last prophet and this was the last book? Because I know there was other books, but shouldn't we all be Muslim because that was the last religion, right?
That is an excellent question. That is why that every thread has both sides. The one side says that it shouldn't we all be Muslim. That is so we say that. The other end would say that since Islam is a reminder of the ancient way of life, which we believed in, and we have books to support it, how to actually live with the belief of omnipotent. Shouldn't we all follow a way of life instead of naming something?
But doesn't Muslim mean submitter? Muslim means submitter, right? So you submit yourself to God's will.
So which means that it means something. Which means that that we all have to learn Arabic, right? Why can't we all sit with our own languages? You got my point here.
Hello.
I mean, it's just because the book came out in Arabic. I guess that's why.
No, Taylor. Actually, in there is a verse in Quran where.
No. Don't ignore what he says. He said something valuable.
Okay.
Hyder.
Okay.
He said because the book has come in Arabic and that book is a reminder. We also have books which is about 2,500 years old. It talks about a way of life.
Yeah, that's what.
But those books, for example, I just use an example. Hinduism has 30,000.
No, please, I pray. I am sorry, brother. Please do not connect us with Hinduism.
No, I'm not connecting you to Hinduism. I'm just using that as an example, right? So if you were to
you can't use that as an example. Hinduism means a hadith for us. You know what I mean? It has nothing to do with us. See, we are Tamil ethnic gentlemen. Just because our land is in India, please do not consider it as Indian ethnic. There is no such thing called Indian ethnic, but we are Indian citizens. When we go out, to live here, to get to whatever, a citizenship is required. So, a citizenship is being given in the name and the title Indian. But
I wasn't saying anyone here is Hindu. I was just saying, for example, if you were open to open, I forgot the book is called the Vatra or something like that. Like Dr. Zakir, I know hyderali knows about that too. If you're reading that, you could take some of the things they talk about life, but then and again they believe in 30,000 gods, right? So you can only take a little bit of that.
Now I know what exactly you mentioned. See, the people who were Hindu, even last man is a Hindu here. And there are billions of people they proclaim that they are Hindu. And they also proclaim their books are about, they're not even talking about, they are not into our level, they are in a very higher being. So they don't even talk about 2,000, 3,000 years. They talk about straight away 50,000, 100,000 years and all they talk about. Their books are such old. They can talk whatever they want, jump the way they love. But none of it is older than our civilization. Period. Because by historically that we actually can prove the civilization where it existed, where the literature existed, and whatever they say that there is absolutely no ground for that to show that they are older than their books are older than us. That absolutely nothing. And since one of the primary ethic, the problem comes that. Yeah,
sorry, So basically, what I'm getting from this is I don't need to say I'm Muslim. I just gotta say I believe in God. Is that what you're trying to do?
I do not classify or brand something on myself, but I am a believer of omnipotent. In my belief, that is why the terminology.
No, but isn't it La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah? I bear witness there's no one worthy of worship except for Allah, and then indeed his prophet was the last messenger.
Satyugam prolonging due to four beastly regime disguised as Muslim world. Satyugam possible only through straight path of first Siddha Tamil Shiva. Nandri Vanakkam.